Hi, it's Nathan at Pumaspeed again. We're just going to do a bit more of a relaxed video today, and we're going to show you a slightly more in detail comparison between the two Vargas turbos, the two GCs. So we've got the GC and we've got the GC Plus. If we look at the GC first, this one's a somewhere between 550 and 580 brake horsepower turbo. You're going to need the B58 TU pump to go with this turbo, as well as some other mods. You're obviously going to need uprated charge cooler, boost pipes, intake and stuff like that. But if we get into the actual turbocharger itself, if we look at the back of the turbo straight away, you've got a 9-blade turbo wheel, a turbine wheel, sorry, at the back, and then you've got a 9-bladed compressor wheel at the front. So you can see this one, and when we go over to the GC Plus later on, you can see a 3-inch inlet, but it slightly tapers down, which when we look at the GC Plus, which is bigger, that full 3-inch goes the whole way. So this one's obviously bigger. Back to the GC, slightly tapers down. The compressor wheel there, 9 blades. They are MAR-M 246 aero engineered actually, and you can see obviously the detail on the blades. That is point milling. So the design of that is basically designed A, to flow more air, and B, to prevent compressor surge. You can see it's obviously disassembled. That's because this is how the turbo is shipped to you. So what you'll do is, when the item gets to you, you'll put this core into your standard manifold when it arrives. So your standard core will come out, this core will go back in along with your standard actuator. If we take a look obviously then at the GC Plus, obviously we mentioned before, as well as having the same 3-inch opening, this one doesn't taper inwards. This is full 3-inch the entire way through, much bigger. You've got the same compressor wheel design. You've not just got 9 blades on the front here though, you've got 10. You can see obviously that point milling on there, more flow, no compressor surge, and yeah, it's just really good, huge over engineering, which is obviously going to benefit you massively. If we take a look at the back, you've got the same 9-blade turbine wheel. We'll show you a bit later on the comparison in the two sizes though, because that one's massive. The difference between this GC Plus and the GC over there, however, is you don't bolt this core into your standard manifold. This one comes complete with a new VTT fully cast manifold. So I'll just take a few seconds to just show you the size comparison. This one is absolutely colossal compared to the standard manifold here. That's not even a full sort of circle that my camera picks up. That one is huge. This one is obviously a little more restrictive. So the GC goes on to this standard manifold, whereas the GC Plus comes with this huge newly cast manifold here. Both turbos come with this 3 to 4 inch inlet elbow. If you've got the stock airbox, you can optionally select an aluminium connector. Both turbos come with a complete manufacturer's warranty. There's a little form that you have to fill out here and send off, but that's fine, it comes included, you just have to send it off there. Both turbos have been specifically designed to fit all of the standard oil and coolant lines, as well as the downpipe and the charge pipes. So you don't need to necessarily get anything upgraded there. Obviously, if you're wanting to go for the bigger power, get yourself a D-cat or a sports cat and definitely some bigger boost pipes, but you don't need to look for anything aftermarket size. Everything here will go straight onto OE sizes, which is a fantastic design. And just at the back here we'll show you the only other thing which is an optional extra, which is the replacement gaskets. You've got the turbo to downpipe firing there. That's definitely a necessity, you should obviously opt to get. And you've got a few bolts and washers and O-rings at the back there. But yeah, the last thing we're going to do, I'm just going to get Dan here to stand the turbos end on. This is obviously basically just to show you the comparison between the GC and the GC Plus. This is what's going to make the difference in the power. So your GC, as I was saying before, somewhere between 550 and 580 brake horsepower. This is the basically where your exhaust gases flow to spin the turbo. This is what makes you power. The GC Plus, in comparison, I mean, you can see the size. This is obviously what makes your 700 plus brake horsepower here. The difference in size is really quite monstrous. Obviously just a couple of demonstrative shots there. And that's basically all the differences between the two. So I hope you found this video informative, and if you've got any further questions, just give us a message at Pumaspeed. Thank you very much.